Hello, everyone, and welcome to the series analysis episode of the Seattle Baseline Podcast. My name is Julian Smith, and I'm with Alex Hong. Alex, the Mariners lose to the Athletics. Their pitching staff completely loses it, and they lose a series that they probably should have won. But incredible trade news. We'll get to that later. But Alex, how do you feel about this Athletics series?
That was pretty disappointing. In fact, we were going into the series talking about how we need the Mariners to sweep the Athletics, but no, they ended up losing the series. So, not the best series for them. I mean, pitching wise, I mean, the first game was good. Castillo absolutely dominated the Athletics. So yeah, first game there was no problems with the pitching staff. The second game, Logan Evans has like a terrible start. This is to the point where it's gonna become kind of a problem where every time Logan Evans is pitching, I have to hold my breath and hope he doesn't give up 5 or 6 runs every game. So we're reaching the point now where I used to have some confidence in Logan Evans because he did have some good games earlier this season, but as of lately, I've been really losing confidence in Logan Evans. So this might be a problem in the future if this upholds. If we just have to every time Evans is pitching, oh, looks like we're not winning this one, guys. Like we can't be doing that. Um, Wu on the last game of the series, he did not play the best. He hasn't really been himself since the All-Star break, which is kind of a concern because he was really good earlier this season. He was considered our ace, and he made it to the All-Star game for a reason. So this is not good to see. Hoping he can get it back together in the next few starts. But yeah, our pitching staff overall, they need to play better than this, especially against teams like the Athletics, who, I mean, they have a decent offense, but they're not like the Yankees or the Dodgers like level of really good offenses. Anything else to say?
Yeah. So I think what I've ever since losing George Kirby and then we get him back, but then we lose Bryce Miller. It was either Logan Evans or Emerson Hancock, and we didn't have much expectation for that because we expected these guys to be like the 4 ERA fifth starter in the rotation that just fills the hole, like just doesn't make sure that they're not giving up every win in the world. If they get a few wins, that's great. But I didn't have much expectation for that specific role. But Brian Wu, I expect. And the reason I was fine with Logan Evans or Emerson Hancock was because you have the other four in the elite rotation in 2024 where they were Logan Gilbert was shoving. You have George Kirby who was at times a little bit shaky but still an incredible guy. Luis Castillo and then Brian Wu should be the guys that you have a lot of confidence in. Brian Wu after the deadline, as you just said, just hasn't been that. And he needs to he's pitching to a lot of contact and quite frankly it's bad. Like it's a lot of hard contact getting over the fence. He needs to paint the edges a little more. He needs to have a little more of what's it called? The not control but command. He needs to command the
Yeah.
edges of the zone and make sure that he's pitching well. He's just not doing that right now. And yeah, the offense did enough. You have one game, the Luis Castillo game, where they scored three. That was great. They won. They scored four in the last game. Brian Wu doesn't keep up the pitching for them. Brian Wu lost them that game. He needs to be better. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, players have been playing well. Like Randy, he's been having a crazy run. Julio's been kicking it up. Cal had a pretty decent series. Polanco had a good series. Naylor had a pretty decent series. Like these guys have been playing pretty decently. I mean, overall, I'd say in the last few games, but yeah, we're at the point where the pitching staff is starting to lose us some games, which is kind of a problem because the team was originally supposed to be built on the pitching staff. But right now, it seems like our offense is doing okay, and we're more worried about the pitching staff rather than the offense, which is kind of crazy. Because last year was the absolute opposite. We were like praying for the offense to do like to do something. So yeah,
I mean,
there's not much I have to add other than that on this series. It was just pretty disappointing, and we just need our pitching staff to lock it down more.
Imagine the amount of times we would have said this in the 2024 season. We were begging for them to score more than one run. We lost so many 1-2 games. It was insane. It was actually horrible. But right now, with the pitching staff being this bad, we're losing 4-5. And so it's the same thing. And this pitching staff needs to be able to lock it down. Logan Evans is fine. If he wins you the game, that's a bonus. But if Brian Wu is losing you a game, then that's a step back. Like you're losing one. It's not equal footing. It's you're losing one. And so Brian Wu needs to lock it down. Your ace starters, your top four need to lock it down so that Logan Evans doesn't have that pressure on himself to have to be one of those elite starters in your rotation.
Yeah, let's move on to what just happened today as of the recording date. The Mariners ended up trading for Eugenio Suarez, so this was a very rumored move. This was a move the entire media was talking about. Everyone was talking about this one, and I guess everyone got it right. So the Mariners end up trading away first baseman Tyler Locklear, and then two other prospects that are pitchers, Hunter Cranton and Juan Burgos, in exchange for, as said, Eugenio Suarez. So, Julian, do you have any thoughts on this specific trade alone and what it could do to help the Mariners?
Good trade. That this was the trade that was rumored and for good reason. Eugenio Suarez is a great clubhouse guy. His RBIs are amazing. Home runs are great. He's a great player. He's a good acquisition. Along with the Naylor trade that happened, great trade. Tyler Locklear was losing a little bit of his spot in the major league roster, even though he should have been a major leaguer because Josh Naylor is obviously taking his spot. And so this was a good trade. We traded away pieces that didn't have spots for a player that does have a spot, which is Eugenio Suarez. So great trade. Keep it going.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty good. The value we gave up was about what I expected, or it wasn't too bad. I mean, Tyler Locklear is our ninth ranked prospect, but he did, in fact, play last year. So he's like a brand new unknown, right? And he definitely still has the potential to be really good. But like you said, if the Mariners are trying to win this year, Locklear was definitely never going to help them this year, especially with Josh Naylor on the team. So yeah, overall, I mean, it brings definitely a boost to the lineup. If he's replacing like he would be replacing either Ben Williamson directly from third base, or he'd be helping by moving some stuff around. Like we could DH him and keep Williamson and kick out Cole Young. So there's like several things we could do, but overall it's a pretty big boost, like to at least one position on the offensive side. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't. It definitely helps the team to say the least.
If you're looking to win, having two of the best RBI leaders in the league while having a two of like pretty much the AL's best, other than Aaron Judge, home run leaders in the league, that is a massive boost to this lineup. And this is this is a basically it's this is a I'm going to say it again. It's the rumored trade for a really good reason. Eugenio Suarez knows the Mariners well, and coming back to this locker room, he'll be really good. Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh obviously know this guy. I think the vibes are back up and just good vibes all around. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I mean that was his motto with Eugenio. Yeah, that was definitely the case. Good vibes all around. Um, okay, so moving on from that, the trade deadline is about to end, and we'll see if there's any other moves that happen related to the Mariners or involving the Mariners around. But we'll talk about that a little later, maybe on the next weekend episode. But The next thing we're going to talk about, the final thing, is going to be upcoming series against the Rangers. This is a very, very, very important series. Right now, if we look at the standings, the MLB standings, the Mariners are currently tied with the Rangers. They are total 5 games back from the Astros, but they both, Mariners and Rangers, have the same exact record. So, Julian, this is a very important series for the Mariners to try to get a leg up on the Rangers. So, how do you feel?
Yeah, so the Rangers have been really good recently. The Mariners need to beat the Rangers. They are part of the AL West together, which could put them ahead in the standings. The wild card is up for grabs for either one of these teams. The Guardians are coming out like they're coming back a little bit behind them, but without an elite closer in Emmanuel Clase, I don't think that the Guardians are going very far. And so it's definitely up to the Rangers and the Mariners at this point. And if the Mariners can take a 2 game lead, a 4 game lead, anything, the Mariners are looking good for this wild card spot.
Yeah, so the Rangers, let's talk about their team. So their team looks a little different than, or they've been just been playing a little different than the last time the Mariners played them. Their offense has been playing very well, I'd say overall. They've been a lot of their players who didn't start the year well, like their stats overall for this season might not be well, but they've been playing well recently. There's a reason why they've been winning so many games and catching up to the Mariners in the standings. So there are few players to look out for. Corey Seager is definitely a player to look out for. He's been playing really well this year. He's been on a tear, especially as of lately. So Seager's a big deal. They have some decent guys all around that we might have to keep an eye on. I mean, Marcus Semien has not been very good this year at all, but he has the potential and the history of doing some damage. Jonah Heim, I always remember he always used to do a lot of damage to the Mariners for some odd reason. So yeah, overall, the important thing is our pitching staff needs to be able to do some damage against the Rangers. If not, it could be, we have no idea what could be happening. Like we cannot let the Rangers be scoring so many runs and the Mariners have to be playing catch up all the time. Especially if we're against like Jacob deGrom, this is gonna be a really big problem if we like. It's gonna be very hard to win that game, is what I'm gonna say. If that's the case.
One advantage that the Mariners have, and this is something that the Rangers definitely don't have, is an off day. Right after the series, the Mariners have an off day. And so their bullpen, right now, their bullpen is fresh. Use it. Use Munoz. Use Brash. Use Spire. Use Bizarro. Like, go all in with this bullpen because now you've got an off day right after this and then get right back into it. And so the Rangers aren't going to have that leeway with the bullpen because the series after this for them is the Yankees. And so they need to save their bullpen for that. I think the Mariners are in a good spot to win this series.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, this is big because not only if we do win this series, we will be upping against the Rangers. The Rangers not only will be Mariners will be winning, the Rangers will also be losing. So it's like a double to the standing. So this is a very, very important series, like we mentioned, to for the Mariners to win. And yeah, I mean, we cannot let the Rangers catch up to us. I mean, they were so behind us earlier this year. We cannot let them just eclipse the Mariners because if they do, then we have to play catch up, and we you never know. And it's always better to be in the position secure rather than hoping the Rangers do bad and hoping the Mariners can win enough to catch them. So you rather always be in the wild card than be chasing for the wild card spot.
100%. And with Eugenio Suarez in this lineup, boost the morale of this team. Um, Tons of more home runs. Hopefully, we get an extra run with him. It's going to look really nice. It's having another offensive boost is going to help us a lot against the Rangers, especially because their offense has been really well recently.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, Julian?
Yeah. Going back to the trade deadline stuff, the Suarez trade was great. Let's keep it going. Hopefully, we can get like a Stephen Kwan or a Joe Ryan type to complement the what the team has right now. I'm hoping for Stephen Kwan. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, thank you everyone for watching. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our beautiful face on YouTube. Check out our Instagram. And as always, go Mariners.
Go Mariners.